The Welsh bench, with a lot more experience, they can bring people on if need be, but I think the selection does prove that they're going out there to play rugby. They want to run these Italians around. Alessandro Troncon, Italian captain, and there's Colin Jarvis. Wales need a big game from him. When Italy beat Wales in Rome this year, the Italian forwards were the key to that success. There's Aaron Persico, who's been such a huge hit this season. New Zealand born, of Italian grandparents, and Brent Cobain, Australian born, and now a naturalized Welshman, as it were, has qualified through residency and has a Welsh wife and children born in Wales. There's the referee, Andrew Cole, from Australia. Colin Jarvis, who started out his rugby career at my old club, London Welsh.
Red captain.
And young Kerry Sweeney, 23 just 4 days ago, drops out, puts it deep. Parise. Straight the back row into it, De Rossi, who's been brought back into this team by John Kerwin. That's the New Zealander, Rima Wakarua.
Out of 10, hold your position. You're all onside.
Big kick downfield from Kevin Morgan. He's back from a horrendous injury. Oh, that was the perfect kick. Landed all of 6 inches inside the touchline. Great start for Gonzalo Canale, Argentinian born.
Lively start, both teams, bit of a kicking duel. In the end, won by Italy.
In or out?
First attacking position for them.
Big gap, thank you. Keep it there.
Finds Cobain. And Martin Williams, the flanker. He's setting it up, and a little knock forward as he tried to present the ball. Spotted, I think, by the touch judge on that occasion.
Here we are.
Pity, because Cobain has done his job. Terrific leap from the line out.
Engage.
Troncon feeds. Big swing on the scrum. It's gone all the way round. Now that has to be a Welsh put in. Once it's gone through 90 degrees, and if it hasn't been moved there illegally. So a good counter by the Welsh. They couldn't make anything of their own line out, but now they've got the chance to regain possession. And a lot of pushing. They're deciding on that occasion it was the Italians to blame. Free kick taken quickly by Dwayne Peel. Now it's gone wide. Shoveled out to the big man on the wing, Gareth Thomas. McBride. There'll be some big hits there in that midfield. Sweeney. Canale right under it. Chips ahead. Kevin Morgan, the fullback. It's good to see Morgan running freely and striking the ball well. Had a horrendous chapter of injuries through his career.
Yes, we know he can run, and Wales will want to use him tonight. I think you're right, John. Wales will want to play the rugby, move the ball around.
Well, that one went slightly away, but rescued all. Touched on by Stoiker, though, and that was a knock forward. So both sides, I think, we can all see very, very nervous at the moment.
Understandably, both very tense.
Let's keep it square and steady.
A man formerly known as Christian Stoiker from Romania, now known to his teammates as Alessandro.
Use it.
On goes the drive. Peel kicks himself. Useful little bouncing ball, but gathered again well by Canale. But Wales now have a a line out at least in attacking territory. That man born in Cordoba, went to Italy as a child, and his father played and coached at Parma. Then they went back to Argentina, and then went back to Italy with a vengeance. He's got a brother Stefano also at Treviso, and another one at Parma. Slow ball, but Wales have it. Sweeney, it's poor pass really from Peel. Back it comes. Iestyn Harris trying to make an impression, gets it wide. David Jones. That's a better setup. Sweeney tries to dance. Good tackling from the midfield, but again, Wales securing possession. Sweeney now with the chance to get it wide. It was a poor pass, and Harris had no choice but to just stick out a boot. Rolling nastily, Sweeney back. Well, he tried the dummy, and there was no way that Canale was having any of it, so Wales concede in the end a touch deep inside their own 22.
It's a nervous start from Sweeney. It's going to be key for them for Wales tonight. That axis between him and Harris is going to be so important for them. Needs to settle.
Italy coming up with it. Stoica trying to set it up. Oh, and almost through was Mazzi. It's now a ruck. The Welsh have got to get their hands off it. Away it goes from Persico. Well, a good try, but the ball's not there, and away came Parise. Big thundering run through from De Rossi. And a penalty to Italy. They're playing advantage. So a great chance for points for Italy.
It's an easy penalty shot, where the ball would have come out. It was try time for Italy. Got a 3-1 on the right.
Rima Wakarua, who's been so impressive since coming into the setup, plays for Leonessa Brescia in Italy, and they're a newly promoted side. Scored stacks of points when they were a second division side, but there's just been this question mark over whether he can really perform at the top level. So far he's done really well. He scored 35 points in 2 internationals. Originally from North Harbour. Arrived in Italy 4 years ago, and he's on target again. So 8 minutes, and Italy lead Wales 3-0. Hardly the rip-roaring start that Wales would have wanted, Steve.
No, it was a couple of mistakes from Sweeney that put them deep in their own half. And Italy attacked really, really well, but in the end, John, I think the Lookers get away with 3.
Well, a good chance for them now. Italy messing it up as Andrea De Rossi tried to run it out from the restart. An accidental offside, giving Wales a scrum inside the 22. Peel feeds. Big effort by the scrum, but David Jones comes away with it. Ground forward, Chavez going on. The captain making good ground. Peel. David Jones again. Peel. And can they go wide? Through the middle. Now they've got men out on the left. Wide to right. Lovely little pass from Martin Williams. And the try from Mark Jones. And that made by a superb pass from Martin Williams, the flanker.
It was a terrific try from Wales. Started with the scrum. The scrummaging looks good. Lovely handling, forwards and backs. Here's where it finished. Great pass from Williams. Good score in the corner. The hard work was done.
And a very decent scoring pass too from the prop, Duncan Jones. It's exactly what Wales would have wanted, to try and settle things. Mark Jones scoring his 6th try, his 2nd of the World Cup. He scored one against Canada.
And also, John, that's the game they want to play, isn't it? I can't help feeling if Sweeney and Harris really click, Wales could win this game and win it well.
There's a man who looks at last to be really coming into his own. He's always looked a class player. Probably when he came to rugby union from rugby league, the mistake people made was to expect him to adapt to the fly half roll. Now settling in inside centre, and the goal kicking's good as well. Wales 7, Italy 3. And just a reminder for those who missed it earlier this morning, Australia set 2 new Rugby World Cup records when they beat Namibia 142-0, the biggest winning margin ever, and they scored 22 tries. Nicely hoisted kick by Peel, but stranger. Gareth Thomas went walkabouts there, came off his wing and left a clear run. Must have thought he had support on the outside in defence. It wasn't there. Morgan just going for distance. Morgan's the first man up on the chasing two. Placed it high by Canali. Oh, and Wales at 6s and 7s there, really. It was Cobain who came in and rescued things, and the support just not there.
That could have been dangerous. Never let a ball bounce, that's what they say, a rugby ball. McBride did then, almost cost them dear.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Steady, steady.
Better scrum from Italy, but that's still just on the back foot. Peel just gets trunk on. Trunk on to Wakarua. Oh, did they drop that forward? No, says the referee.
Onside 5.
Kekinato, the veteran, taking it up. This is Persico. Good tackling that time from Wales. They've got the turnover. Sweeney's kick half charged down again.
Leave it, Red.
Brent Cobain in there making the tackle. Men over for Italy if they can take full advantage. That was Parise suddenly opening up beautifully for Italy. And if only Massi could have got his pass away. Still might be on. Men to spare. Can he get there? Well, he was held and then missed, but it was just enough to hold up the Italians. Italy putting on the pressure. The man driving in now, Kekinato again. Oh, and a missed tackle again, that time on Castro Giovanni. A little knock forward first by the Italians, was it? No, first by the Welsh. But Wales under awful pressure there, Steve.
Certainly were. And again, if it had gone left, there was a massive, massive overlap. It's a wonderful tackle in the corner from Iestyn Harris. That was a try-saver. That was the knock-on. Wales got out of jail there.
You always worry when you see Kevin Morgan down. Morgan, who had a sort of total reconstruction of his right knee this year. And again, those hands on his forehead. Let's just hope it's nothing too serious. Mark Jones also down in the corner, but the real worrying one is the man down under the posts, I think. Kevin Morgan, 4 years ago, he had a big operation on his left knee when he tore ligaments, and this year had to go for a total knee reconstruction. They took a hamstring tendon and stitched it into the knee to make up for the torn ligaments.
Doesn't look good, does he? Some pain.
And it is that right knee. So Italy in terrific attacking position. Parise haul down. That's the most important first thing. Wakarua. Troncon just having a look. Stoica a little knock forward, and that's relief for Wales.
Yes, it was Sharvis that did it. He put the pressure on very, very quickly. Big relief for Wales.
Straight, please. Crouch and hold. Engage. Wind up. Steady, Blues. Off the mark.
Free kick to Wales.
Steady.
Italy so anxious to get that pressure on that they're putting it on too early. They've got to wait until the ball comes in.
It's a big sigh of relief.
Go for the open spaces. Good chase by Gareth Thomas too, and in the end a beautiful kick, because the only thing Dennis Dallan could do was just tap it into touch. It was a free kick, so it wouldn't have been a Welsh line out, but now it is.
Clever play from Sweeney.
Well, Wales losing their own line out. The throw not finding Brent Cobain. And scrum to Italy. Oh, now suddenly it's a penalty. Stupidity. Charging in. I think it was Cobain.
But you're also coming in the side, all right? Just leave it alone.
And
After the whistle. No need for it.
The big man from Coffs Harbour originally has got quite a reputation for being a bit fiery. And Andrew Cole, the Australian referee, probably knows that.
Wouldn't expect that from a born Australian, would you, John?
Bring it over, Red. Right over. Take your
Brent
gap,
Cobain,
Red.
of course, brother of
Right
Matt Cobain, who's in the Wallaby squad.
A bit of a silly one, no need for it.
Beyond 15. Hands off.
Troncon.
Onside, wait for it.
Just tidying it up.
Rock.
Gets it out to Wakarua. Back on the big charge. They know how to use those back row forwards. De Rossi. Sweeney stops them in their tracks. Now the first chance to see whether Kevin Morgan can run a little bit. High tackle. Sweeney is the one penalised. The referee saying it started down at chest level, but it slipped up above the shoulder. Unfortunately, Kevin Morgan does look to be moving much more easily now.
A lot of pain before. He's done well to get over that one. Again, really, another silly penalty. That's 2 on the trot from Wales. Put themselves under pressure. No need to.
Don't get involved over there. Don't get involved.
Well, we know that Wakarua can punish them. This is only his 3rd test match, but he's already equalled the Italian record for points in one match, equalled Dominguez's total of 21 against Tonga. He's a cousin of Frano Botica. Nicely struck. Hits the post. And well picked off by Llewellyn. Just hoofs it downfield. Another let off for Wales. Canali through the middle. Cobain desperately calling for more men out wide. Lovely Matsukato run. Kekinato, the second row, getting on it. Now they're going left. This is Persico. In goes the big tackle again. Stoica trying to find a way.
Let it go now, Rock!
Flipped. Forward pass it was. For a moment it looked as if Cobain might find himself in a spot more problem.
It's good defence from Wales in the end, but it's had to be.
No ball, please. No ball.
Italy throwing everything at the Welsh at the moment.
Still right away.
As Wales scored that terrific try, they've hardly been in it.
Just waiting for the ball. Engage! Ball's out.
David Jones.
Roll away, 7. The ball's there. The ball's there.
Again, not making any headway. Very solid defence from that back row. Wakarua coming through to put pressure on the kicker. Good kick, though. And Wales back inside Italian territory. But certainly, territorially and possession-wise, you've got to say Italy have had the better of this first quarter, Steve.
Certainly have, John.
Number up, Red.
But defence has been good for Wales.
Adam Jones, the tight head prop for Wales.
The ball, just step over. No advantage, numbers. One more, Red. Numbers.
Numbers in the line-out. Wales penalised for having one more man in the line-out than Italy. Stupid mistake.
And that's the third. They've got to cut those out, otherwise they won't get back in the game.
David Jones.
Leave it, Red, leave it.
They drive the man backwards.
Ball's over there.
Troncon has it. Little chip and go. That was Andrea Mazzi looking for the obstruction, and the referee was having none of it. Oh, but that ball was out. Quickly picked up. And Wales really not got a pattern together. The big man, Parise again. They keep coming right. Again, a lovely little run, well timed by Delan. Coming from deep, it's De Rossi. Wakarua. That's Castro Giovanni. Now, chance for Wales to escape. Now, this is a real foot race. Iestyn Harris hasn't quite got the pace to get there first, but there was nobody back for Italy. And Mazzi caught out by the pass. It was a little bit too ambitious from Persico, and Wales will get the put in.
They've absorbed so much pressure. There was the mistake. Harris cleverly chipped it through, then it was a race. They got away with it. Now it's well strung. And Italy's half at last.
And Mark Jones, the try scorer, who was injured at the same time as Kevin Morgan, still flexing that left knee rather gingerly.
You would have thought, John, from scoring that really fine try, it would have settled Wales and they could have got back in the game, but unfortunately they can't get their hands on the ball, can they?
Exactly. Primary possession is proving a problem, and when they do get it, they're trying to run it off the back row at the moment, and they're not making any inroads at all against this very impressive Italian back row of De Rossi, Persico and Parise.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Wind up.
And Wales just trying to get good control on it, and they lose it in the end. Away come Italy again. De Rossi. This is Delape, Santiago Delape. Wakarua puts it wide. De Rossi again. Good battle between him and David Jones.
Roll away, the ball's there. Leave it, the ball's gone.
Troncon. Finale. Wakarua decides that nobody's getting anywhere, so he'll go for ground. Morgan gets it across to Gareth Thomas. Goes for a rolling kick into the corner. It's turning nicely for him at the moment. Italy forced to run it out. Big tackle. Great work by the very experienced winger Gareth Thomas. Gareth Thomas doing so well. He's winning his 70th cap. And that huge frame. And there's the sight we didn't want to see, with all greatest respect to Rhys Williams. Kevin Morgan limping off, and Rhys Williams, the Cardiff fullback, has to come on and replace him. And a look of total dejection on Morgan's face. Sweeney through the gap himself. It was then the delivery of it that wasn't any good, but a little knock-on, in fact a deliberate knock-on from Italy. Tap down, smack down, and that gives a very simple penalty chance to Wales just outside the 22.
Sweeney made it. Lovely break from him. It was a deliberate knock-on. It was well spotted by the referee. Should be an easy one for Wales. There it is. That was the break. Just pops it up. There was the knock-on. It was deliberate.
Have you made a decision?
Stoica.
Okay. Or can we take that off? Can we take that off? Take that off. Have you made a decision? Okay.
Is he talking to you about the scrum? I know what we're calling this round.
Okay. Tight head. Yeah. Okay.
Remember, when this match is finished, stay with us if you can, because we'll be bringing you France v Scotland here on ITV1. That match kicks off at 11:30, so it's rugby all the way through till lunch. And tomorrow morning, also on ITV1, another double-header, the hugely important Pool A game between Argentina and Ireland. Remember, that's Australia's group, so they're probably playing for the other qualifying place. And that will be followed by England against Samoa. Justin Harris. Made no mistake, and that's really important for Wales, because in a way, Steve, they've made the most of the few opportunities they've had. Italy have had a lot more pressure and haven't really come away with anything.
Yes, the good news is Wales have absorbed an enormous amount of pressure. Italy attacking literally for the last 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, and it's Wales that have come away with the points.
Martin Williams. Peel puts it up. Gareth Thomas there.
Leave it, Red, leave it.
Italy have it though. Stoica to Massi. Well, there's a huge hole there. The defence around the tackle is very poor for Wales at the moment. They're leaving holes all the time. Kekinato just thundering up, as willing as ever. Cicero has a go, and a penalty to Italy. Man in trouble this time for Wales is Duncan Jones. Peter Marshall, the touch judge, coming in to offer a few words.
We're going back over here. 2 red and 3, number 3 blue.
And Peter Marshall was, I think, just drawing the referee's attention to a little altercation between Robin McBride and Castro Giovanni.
Guys, you've been playing on the ball a lot, all right? Going with the ball. So continue with that. Don't hang around behind play. All right, play the ball.
Well, relatively good news for Wales is that we're hearing Kevin Morgan's injury is a lower calf injury. So although he'd be very dejected to be off again, it's not at least a knee problem. But looks like bad news for Wales. Duncan Jones is going to be stretchered off.
Replacement. Come.
Gethin Jenkins waiting to come on. Another youngster, Gethin Jenkins, 22 years old.
The tackle from Jones. He's trapped. Almost like a double hit. It's accidental. That hurts, believe you me. Some big men landing on top of him there. You can see his knee trapped, his left knee's trapped, isn't it?
It is indeed. It might have been his own man coming in over the top who was making that one worse.
The trouble is, John, when you play so long without the ball, these things happen. Just defending, absorbing. Easy game rugby when you've got the ball. Not easy when you haven't got it.
Slowly off, not wanting to make any injury that might be worse. And the penalty in the end, I think, given against Mark Jones for failing to roll away after the tackle. So this remarkable story of Rima Wakarua continues. Speaks fluent Italian. He's actually got a lot of Maori blood in him. Came on the scene when they suddenly decided that Ramiro Pez was not the answer as the successor to Diego Dominguez. The right side of the post for him is a left-footed kicker. Is he on target this time? He is indeed. Looked good all the way, and Rima Wakarua brings Italy back within touching distance. It's Wales 10, Italy 6. Kariswini, Troncon. As the man he always goes to, De Rossi. Again, a little bit of afters going on amongst the forwards. Once the ball's been cleared away from these rucks and walls, the referee and touch judges having to keep a close eye on things. Well, the Italians at the moment seem to have so many people in the line. Well, again, they're up there, they've got people in, should have been penalised. Chavez, number 8 on number 8. Sonny Parker with his first chance to get moving. Oh, it's a poor pass. Martin Williams. Dwayne Peel decides to bring it back this way. Llewellyn. Lovely little inside pass to Peel. Jones. Oh, and coming round the side, that's got to be a penalty to Wales already. Well offside by the Italian prop Lo Cicero. And that could be seen as deliberately slowing down good ball.
Definitely was, John. Massive overlap on the right for Wales. I think it's knew exactly what they were doing there. Once again, we see when Wales get their hand on the ball, the backs look really sharp, made big yardage again. And just get hold of it, I think they'll win it comfortably.
No, not the last one. Well, it's not it's just a silly thing.
Good ball, we could have gone.
Of course, you're right.
Colin Jarvis just taking the opportunity as captain to make the point that that should be a final warning. The referee refusing to commit himself. Is that the final warning, said Jarvis? Well, it's a warning, said the referee, and Jarvis insisting that Wales might have scored, as you said, Steve, out on the right, because they had men and space. Justin Harris. Well, his boot unerring at the moment, and that's good news for Wales. He scored 1,455 points, 42 in one game when he was playing for Leeds in rugby league, and now bringing that same sort of potency with the boot to Wales. They lead 13-6. Knocked forward by Wales, it's advantage to Italy. Stoica, Mazzi comes across, but Stoica dummies goes himself. Plan inside, the run from Delape.
Leave it, tackler!
Canali getting into it.
Leave the ball's there.
Troncon goes left. Wakarua. That's the hooker Ongaro.
Roll away, tackler!
De Rossi hit hard. Kekinato just trying to rip the ball free as they made the tackle. Almost came off. McBride gets his hands on Troncon.
The ball's there. Onside.
Again, Italy driving.
Out of there, ball to one side.
Better defence from Wales. Kekinato really full of energy. 33 years old, but playing as if it's his first game.
Leave it, Brad! Leave it, Brad!
Ruck again. Mazzi. McBride and Llewellyn combined to pull him down. Kekinato again.
Leave it, Brad!
Troncon this time does go to Wakarua. That's Stoica. Troncon having a look again himself. Ongaro takes up the charge. Advantage penalty to Italy. Pulling down the maul. That was the call.
Back 10. Trying to collapse.
Something had to give. It came from the kickoff. Wales couldn't collect it. Italy did. I don't know, 20-something phases later, Italy eventually get quite a simple penalty.
The amazing thing, Steve, is how badly Wales are doing the simple things, like catching restarts, like line-outs, like scrums, and just getting away from them. Really seem to be under pressure at every occasion. Adam Jones, the man guilty there, trying to make the tackle. The wild man, known as Bomb. You wouldn't believe he once kicked 26 points in a game, would you?
Certainly wouldn't. Turning them all down there, right in front of the referee's eyes. Couldn't really miss it.
Rima Wakarua. And it's good again. Wakarua again pulling Italy back to within one score. Wales 13, Italy 9.
So frustrating for Wales, like you say, John. Doing the hard things well and the easy things badly.
Sweeney with the dropout. This time it goes straight to the number 8 Parisa. Troncon back to Wakarua. And Rhys Williams getting away with it. Kick though goes straight into touch. Italian line out.
Just to emphasise it, Wales give it away again. More pressure on themselves. Straight in.
Well, bashed off, and the prop Adam Jones getting in there. Penalty Wales this time. High tackle.
Keep the tackles down. No more. All right. Oh, back you go.
If Wales can settle, put it in the corner. It's their line out.
Oh, and he's missed touch, Sweeney. All the bad, simple errors, and that's a good kick that's taken Wales back into their own half. Canali making the most of the missed touch from Kerry Sweeney. '33-year-old Robin McBride. Parker. Teal back inside to Cobain. Teal busy in there again. Llewellyn. Teal in there again. Sweeney goes for the wide option. Bit of space for Rhys Williams. Now, can he kick and chase? He can this time. A much, much better kick from Rhys Williams.
So much better from him.
Well, there, Duncan Jones. Nice pack on the right ankle. And crutches, it looks bad. We don't know yet whether it's actually a fracture or just a strain. Ongaro, the man who's on 2 yellow cards, with the throw. Delape coming up with the catch.
Oh, it's his own man.
And the referee, the Italians claiming that he was tipped up, and the referee very quick to point out it was his own man, and Wales come up with the put-in at the scrum.
Just waiting, Red.
Says it all, doesn't it? 60-30 possession. It's too much.
Now Wales. Gareth Thomas comes into the line in the dummy fly half position. Jarvis. He really is a handful when he gets going forward, but the support wasn't there quickly enough. And Italy coming away with the ball. Rhys Williams goes himself. That's better ball for Wales. Iestyn Harris finds Martin Williams, bounces off one. Bit of momentum for Wales now. Into touch. Sonny Parker.
Better for Wales. Martin Williams, he's playing well. Made big yardage then. Also had a big hand in the try. Just get the hands on the ball, get some continuity. Backs look sharp to me. I'm sure that's what they're saying in this huddle. Iestyn Harris, he's having a cracking game, isn't he? Just got the ball away. Parker didn't make it, but very dangerous to Welsh backs.
Still, as we come up towards half-time, Steve, I wouldn't like to say that any side have really got hold of this game and in any way got control.
Italy have got all the ball, but they haven't got the penetration. Wales need some more ball. If they get that, they will score tries. That's the great difference between the two teams, I think, John.
Brent Cobain. Don't think that's too serious. He didn't look at all worried. Quite relaxed as he was getting treatment from Mark Davies, the Welsh physio. Wales almost managing to spoil that one. But in fact, they got hold of the arm of the jumper. Being that they're worried that Duncan Jones has a fractured fibula, and he'll go for x-rays straight afterwards.
Cross red, just the ball, go up to the ball. Hold it, wait.
Garo. Oh, well, that time Wales do come up with it. Adam Jones setting up the ball. Oh, that's a horrible ball, wonderfully picked up by Sweeney. Now can he get support? Beautifully passed on. Now they must surely score. Do indeed. Sonny Parker. Beautiful break from Sweeney, and then again a superb link pass from Martin Williams.
Wales under pressure initially. It was a poor pass from Peel. And what's the pickup? That's the killer. Great pickup from Sweeney. Slices through them. And he's again, Martin Williams is the link man. Terrific play from him. Harris draws the men. And the rest of it's easy. Good score from Wales. That should relieve the tension.
One of those cruel things for Italy, where the pass was so poor from Peel, left the gap for Kerry Sweeney, and my goodness, how well he took it. The conversion's good as well, and now for the first time, and at the perfect time, just before half-time for Wales, there's real clear blue water between the teams. Wales 20, Italy 9. Gareth Thomas deciding to run out of the 22. Back it goes this time, and I'm sure that Sweeney will go for the touch, and he does. A young man who's suddenly got a bit of a spring in his step. Looks as if he's enjoying it.
Shaky start. He's a good player. That was a great pickup for that try.
Delate off the top for Italy. Stoiker back inside to Massi. Troncon.
Let it go, Six, let it go.
And a scrum down to Italy. And in fact, a scrum, no penalty, and that's exactly what Italy didn't want, because that's half-time. They had Wales under pressure, but Wales get away with it. The half-time score, Wales 20, Italy 9.
Welcome back. Let's head straight back to the action. Wales, Italy, second half. Let's rejoin our boys down under.
As long as they possibly can in the dressing room at half-time. These two are out there anxious to get on with it as soon as possible, putting pressure on the referee to restart within the 10-minute period, if possible. He's taking his time, though. Just checks, and Rima Wakarua gets the game underway again. Brent Cobain I can see in a new jersey with no number on it. Wakarua back inside to Lo Cicero. Scrum, it's a pile-up, and it's trapped under a man, so it's not coming, and therefore he's called a scrum, and it was Italy going forward at the start of the movement, so they have the foot in.
Now, one thing Wales don't want is another score from Italy. Keep the door locked, keep them out.
You certainly get the feeling, Steve, that Italy have got to score first in this half if they're to get back into the game at all.
Yes, and pretty quickly as well.
Oh, penalty, and it's the replacement. Binding under, says the referee, against, I think it was actually against Gethin Jenkins. Robin McBride being singled out. Yeah, it was just confirmation there. Gethin Jenkins was the man penalised, and that gives a very straight penalty attempt. And only about 37 metres out for Rima Wakarua.
I don't think Wales are going to do it the easy way, John. I think they're going to keep Welsh supporters right on the edge of their seats.
Wakarua 3 from 4 so far. I couldn't see him making a mistake with that one, and he didn't, so Italy have exactly what they wanted inside 2 minutes. They've reduced that lead to 20 points to 12.
Wales 20, Italy 12.
Well, there were fears that Rima Wakarua would actually find international football too much of a step up, but he seems as cool as a cucumber. Sweeney with the long dropout. Rossi offering himself again. Wakarua. Rhys Williams. A moment of indecision. Decides to put it through the middle. Clever kick, actually. Oh, he's just going to be unlucky with the bounce. Just an inch over the line. If it had stopped just short, it would have been a terrific kick.
Wait, Blue, wait. You're onside, Nick. You're right.
David Jones, the man back. Kerry Sweeney taking no chances. And the end of that little kicking duel, a line out to Italy, midway between the halfway line and their own 10-metre line.
Number up,
I think we'll take that, Wales.
Number up.
Rhys Williams did well there in the end. It was a clever kick.
Half or 10.
Well, attack was a little wayward, but Italy have it.
Onside.
Touch, foot just in touch. Good result that for Wales. Matsukatu couldn't get away, and Wales come out of it with a throw inside the Italian half.
Good tackle by McBride. He get round the hooker, shaking his head. He's always doing. They can't get round hookers, don't they?
The veteran Gareth Llewellyn, second most capped player ever for Wales, his 82nd cap today. The only man in front of him, Neil Jenkins, with 86. Had 3 seasons while Graham Henry was in charge when he didn't figure in the Welsh lineup at all. Was out of it straight after the World Cup in '99 until 2002. And the Italians look as if they're losing Persico at the moment to the blood bin, and Mauro Bergamasco comes on. Off the top, David Jones, Teal. Good ground by the scrum half, sets it up well too. Well, that was much more incisive from Wales. Parker.
Not back around.
And Wales playing an advantage. That's an offside against Italy. Chance here if they can get it wide again. Jarvis, can he put it wide? He's got men outside him, couldn't quite get the pass away. Peel, Sweeney. Well, a little knock forward. That was the man who's just come on, Bergamasco.
The time Wales get the ball, they look as though they're going to score. They always make yardage, they always break through. That's what it all broke down in the end, little knock on. Terrific break initially by Parker. Him and Harris look really good together.
Right up to the mark, please, Red. Back straight.
So an excellent attacking position for Wales.
Steady, boys, steady.
They're only just over 10 metres out. The referee deciding on that occasion, nobody to blame.
Wind up, wind. Yep, crouch and hold. Engage. Steady.
That's a better one. Wales just want a steady one. Gareth Jones. Well, the decision wrong, but rescued it again by Parker, and he uses his strength to set it up. But stolen by the Italians, and the man was on his feet. Hoisted. Gareth Jones again.
17. Move. Obstruction.
Obstruction on that occasion by Gethin Jenkins, says the referee, and Italy escaped.
Not now.
Well, they do escape. I thought pass had gone to hand from Peel, that was a try. Went behind. In the end, Wales give away the penalty.
Safely in touch on halfway. And the line-out throw will go to the Italians.
Number 2.
The Italians making a change. Ongaro is the man going off, and Festuccia, the man who was originally named in the starting lineup, coming on at hooker. So Ongaro gets off the field without another yellow card. Italy trying to get the drive on, but Wales countering and getting them going backwards. They still have the ball though. Hoisted high by Wakarua. Rhys Williams. Ball knocked forward by the Italians, so Wales now have control and the chance to clear. No touch. Rhys Williams kicking game, letting him down at the moment. Parker trying to rip that one free on the tackle. Knocked backwards, no problem. Wales claiming he then ran into his own man. And almost away was Dalan.
Leave it.
Better defence from Wales. De Rossi having to lose all the momentum to actually get hold of the ball.
It's a move. It's a tackle. Roll away, 5.
Kekinata.
Advantage, 6, not rolling away.
And another advantage situation for Italy. Gareth Jones penalised for not rolling away. Advantage not yet called over. De Rossi goes down and sets it up again. The referee coming back to the original offence, and this is exactly what Wales do not want.
No, they coughed it up early doors. Italy kept it. And they keep that ball, Italy, they really keep it. Do a lot of phases. Welsh defence good, but in the end, they're going to give something away, and that's what happened. It's a pretty easy penalty shot. That's the ball there, not running away from the tackle, says the referee. That's where he's given it.
And this one, even easier. 10 minutes in the second half gone, and I'd expect Wakarua to put this one through the posts, and that will bring Italy back to within one score. Yep, the kick is good, and Italy right back in it. Wales 20, Italy 15.
Well, 1 they scored, they could have got away with Wales, but 2 is exactly what they didn't want. Italy right back in it.
Kerry Sweeney replaced by Stephen Jones. And Gareth Llewellyn replaced by Robert Sidoli. Cecchinato going off for Italy. Matthew Phillips coming on. Phillips really a back row player. Another one of the Pasta Kiwis. Excellent clearance by the Italians. And you do feel, Steve, don't you, that whenever Italy get the ball, but Wales struggle to get it back again. And that is ominous.
Their ball retention is excellent. They look very well drilled in that department. Unfortunately, Wales look just the opposite. They coughed up too easily.
So Stephen Jones now up fly half. Much more experienced, of course, than Sweeney. Persico back from the blood bin, and Bergamasco goes off the field again. McBride immediately finds Sidoli. Stephen Jones. Parker back inside, again gets that first thrust that gives Wales that little bit of momentum. Stephen Jones playing it down the touchline. I think we can expect more kicking from him, although Sweeney didn't really get that line moving. He tried hard.
Yeah, and I also think Jones will offer more in defence. Well, certainly seem as though they're going to have a lot of tackling to do.
Well, they just got Italy going a bit backwards there. Gareth Thomas coming forward on the charge. Takes it very well. Jones. Yestin Harris cuts inside one. First time we've seen him really trying to make a break himself. Peel goes back inside. Jones this time goes for the kick. Thomas homing in on it again. Well, it was knocked back by the Italians, so no offence there from Wales. Ball's out, said the referees. Wakarua. Good kick again from him. Hasn't found touch. Williams. Well, kicked very early by Mark Jones. Got in the narrow angle. But now right back inside the 22. Oh, a horrible slice from Yestin Harris. And the Italians coughing it up just when they didn't want to. McBride now. Lovely pass by Yestin Harris. Nice behind the back one. Did it go forward? No. Chip through. Was Jones brought down? The referee's got his arm out. He's calling it late tackle.
He called it straight away. Late charge. Once again, lovely skills from the Welsh backs. Aston Harris. It's very dangerous. Nice chip through. Oh, it was late and it was deliberate. Referee's right.
Harris steps up. In a tense game like this, points on the board are everything.
I'm thinking, John, that Wales needs to put points on the board. Second half, I still think they're capable of scoring a couple of tries and get their hands on the ball. And this guy, he's had a great night so far.
He scored 31 points in his second game for Cardiff after transferring from rugby league. And I think Wales immediately thought they got a ready-made genius, and it's a bit more difficult to switch codes than that. Oh, and that was horribly wide. So, a miscued one from Aston Harris. And Italy now have escaped punishment for that one, and a chance for them to hit back. Wakarua just whacks it as long as he possibly can. Stephen Jones, big spiralling kick. And the touch judge Peter Marshall takes up his position right on halfway.
Good kick though from Jones. Other side of the field from him.
Gareth Cooper warming up for Wales. Looks as if he'll be on in a moment. In fact, I think it could be right now. That line-out's got to be retaken.
Nice. Sub, 9 red.
Yep, Dwayne Peel off. On comes Gareth Cooper, who started the other two games. Delape, good drive by the Italians. Still going, the Italians. Wales have regrouped. Troncon, Wakarua, De Rossi. Troncon, Dalan. Little chance, oh, and the support wasn't there. That had been a winger instead of a hooker. Wales were in trouble. Wakarua, Dalan again, back inside to the big man Delape. Wakarua again. Big hit from Chavez. Out comes the ball, and Wales have it. Great chance now if they can move it left quickly. Chip and go. Jones got the pace. And they bundle the man into touch, just a couple of meters short. Once again, just as you were saying, Steve Smith, they look dangerous when they get it.
Yeah, well played, Wales. The defence was terrific. Then it comes out to these Welsh backs. Just bounces infield there. They bounced outfield. You'd have really backed him. And still, it's a good position for Wales.
De Rossi, the other flanker, now coming off, and this is a permanent replacement. Bergamasco comes on.
Last, John, the Welsh supporters in full voice. We'll be singing soon.
Well, they need to be. This team still needs an awful lot of help. The finishing line is a long way away. Well taken by Brent Cobain. The drive round the front, driven towards touch though, and they're driven into touch. Not a good result for Wales.
Had to be thrown to the back. Too near the touchline, too easy to stop.
Red, get out the middle. gap.
The referee yelling for a bigger gap, and he keeps on saying red, 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 which is dangerous. They could find themselves conceding a penalty. Delate.
Onside red. It's a rack.
Away goes Troncon, just content to clear. Back goes Rhys Williams. Cross to Gareth Thomas. Thomas goes with a little chip and chase. There's a good gap there. Dalan. And into touch. The tackle was a bit desperate from Sonny Parker, but it was effective.
It was desperate and it was necessary. But he missed that one. Well, try was certainly on. Chip from Thomas. Goes nowhere, unfortunately.
Over blue.
It'll recover it. And that's the tackle there. That's a big tackle.
David Thomas beaten to it at the back of the line out. Stoica using his power to drive it on up. Knocked forward by Italy. A very good result for Wales, because it looked for a moment as if they were going to be stretched again.
It's a desperate game, isn't it, John? It's tense. It's tight. I've got a feeling it's going to go down to the wire.
Cooper feeds. Wales have got to use it. And a penalty against Persico.
Balls in the rack, offside, number 7.
Now, what will Stephen Jones decide to do here? It's about 55 metres and right in front. He's going for touch. Finds it just short of the 22.
Good kick, safe kick. Welsh line out, good position.
Still a feeling of anxiety around this Canberra stadium. Sidoli off the top. Again, good penetration. The pass knocked down. And this time not a deliberate knock-on, although there was just a sniff of it.
Why did he just call the knock for it?
Yes, it could have been. One hand, wasn't it? Normally you see one hand, it's deliberate.
Wait for it, no, come closer to the mark, Red. Bring it up, come closer to the mark, please. Crouch and hold, engage.
Better control from the Welsh scrum. Yestin Harris, the pass away to Jones. Pass back inside to Gareth Thomas. And they've knocked it on, so blue advantage. No advantage accrues.
No advantage.
And it'll be a scrum down to Italy in the corner, but at least these mistakes happening deep inside the Italian 22.
Cross forward.
Absolutely makes such a massive difference. Once again, lovely handling from the Welsh backs. Very creative, very dangerous.
Square it up, push straight, crouch and hold, engage.
2015, remember. Wales lead. And we're into the last quarter. And the drive goes on. Now that's exactly what Wales wanted. Italy forced by the turn of the scrum to go down the blind side, and when they did so, the tackles went in and drove the ball carrier into touch. Well, you can see the line. David Jones comes up with it this time. And Wales getting a bit of a drive on. And a penalty against Italy too. They're not going to need it. Well, it looks as if it was that man, Brent Cobain, with his first try.
Different ones this time. Wales went long at the line out, gave them plenty of options. Keep your eye on Cobain. I think he burst through them. No, it's not Cobain. Looks to me like
It's David Jones. David Jones, the flanker. Yep, there we can see it. David Jones. Never a more important try. David Jones breaks his nut for Wales. Amazingly, such a terrific back row player, he hadn't scored, and he breaks his nut too. That is a hugely important try for Wales.
I think it was Jones that won the line out. They threw to the back, gave them more room.
Well, that's a hugely important try because Wales now 27-15 ahead. David Jones starting it and finishing it. And this, of course, would guarantee Wales a place in the quarterfinals, and that quarterfinal probably against England. Wales still have to play New Zealand, but this is Italy's final pool game. Italy have made another substitution. Palmer has come on for Persico. Scott Palmer, another New Zealand-born player like Matthew Phillips, but like Aaron Persico. Palmer and Phillips have both qualified through residence. Persico qualified through his grandparents. First knock forward from Wales.
Bring it in closer, crouch and hold. Engage.
This game still by no means won. There's 15 minutes left. And Wales have got to keep the pressure on.
Straight, so don't look over here.
One thing Wales don't want to do is let Italy back into it. They did it at the start of the second half. Don't want to do it again.
Straight off the
Free kick. Italy. Wales pushing too early. Lo Cicero. Troncon to Delape. Stoica trying to set up Palmer. Penalty to Wales. Holding on the ground in the tackle. The support wasn't there, and there was a Welshman on his feet trying to get the ball.
I've got to say, John, really 3 tries to 0. It's a mark of how creative the Welsh team are. They can just work on that ball possession, retaining possession. There's real hope out there.
Remember, when this match is finished, do stay with us if you can, because there's France v Scotland here on ITV, beginning at 11:30. So plenty more rugby still to come, and tomorrow morning, also on ITV1, another double-header, that Argentina-Ireland clash, followed by England against Samoa. Cooper changes his mind well.
Leave it 19.
McBride sets it up midfield. Jones, David Jones. The last pass, he couldn't quite hold on to it. It was Iestyn Harris almost finding Mark Jones for what would have been a 4th try.
And well deserved as well. Again, it's lovely handling, forwards and backs combined, keeping the ball in hand. Oh, It was in this there, wasn't it?
Nothing wrong with the pass. Mark Jones still seems to be struggling with that leg injury that he incurred very early on in the game. It's a wonder he's managed to find his way through it, but just needing some attention now, perhaps a bit of cramp.
He's had plenty of ball, that's probably why he's got cramp. He could have been fit, and he caught that, he would have scored.
McBride also in trouble. Gareth Thomas, he's been a tower of strength. Thomas still just one try short of Ian Evans' Welsh record of 33.
There was no engage court, just wait for it. Crouch and hold. Engage. Don't have your hand on the ground. Hand up. Crouch and hold. Engage.
Big drive by the Welsh pack, catching the Italians out, but they get the ball away. Macarur, knowing there's nothing on there, just has to clear to touch. And Wales will settle for a line out just outside the 22.
That'll do. Great Welsh scrummaging. Just keep them there, wind down the clock. Italy have got to score 2 converted tries. Doesn't look like scoring 1 so far.
Substitution.
Forward's already gone. Just hold them, Kelvin. Hold them. Number 5.
Again, the changes from Italy now. On comes Christian Vezzi. Off comes number 5, Santiago Delape. And we've just had Perugini going on for Lo Cicero. Cobain off the top, but Cooper couldn't hold on to it and knock on.
He'll be annoyed with himself for this.
Stay down in the scrum.
He's done well, Cooper, since he's been on.
Again, and you could hear Wales calling for that big scrum after they'd made the mistake, and they put right the line-out error with a penalty.
Scrimmage well, Wales, in the game right from the start. Had 2 early ones that had Italy in trouble, and now they're really getting dominant.
Wales very happy to run down the clock, and that's one of the reasons I think why Iestyn Harris has gone for goal.
Yeah, this will do fine.
They're not interested, of course, in bonus points. They know that a win takes them through the pool stages into a quarter-final, probably against England. But England still have to get past Samoa. Red hot favourites, but the Samoans won't lie down. There goes the kick. Just misses by the right post. Cooper makes no mistake that time. Stephen Jones hoists it high. Oh, and he let well too. The open place and no offside, and Scott Palmer perfectly allowed to pick that one up. Bergamasco takes it away. Oh, but then Italy lost it forward, so turnover at just the right moment for Wales. Away goes Mark Jones chasing the kick. Jones gets in a second tackle.
Forward.
and lost forward by Italy. Good result again for Wales. Good chasing.
It's all changed round now. Italy the ones who are spilling the ball forward at the rooks and mauls. It's Wales who are dominating the territory. Italy can't get out of that corner. That'll do for Wales.
And Jonathan Thomas, the young 20-year-old back row come second row, coming on for Brent Cobain, going into the second row.
Stand up, guys. We're doing a sub. Just stand up. Stand up. 15.
And Italy also making, I think, their final change. Mazzariol on for Gonzalo Canale at fullback. Jones with the drop goal attempt. Well, he certainly struck it well, but wide of the right post. Back goes Mazzariol, and a 22 drop out to Italy. Harris puts it up high. Well timed. Just waited for the man to get back on the floor, and then in went the thumping tackle. Good work. Advantage Italy. Wales have lost the ball. Troncon. Stoica, little chip, picked off by Jarvis. Jarvis. He loses it again, though. Well, what's he going to give? Did he decide the advantage was over for Wales?
The chip and gather by Jarvis. Looked it out of his hand, was a pity.
Well, we've got a situation now with
Keep your arm up,
Peel back on the field. I have to say I'm a bit puzzled.
Still fine though from Wales tactically. Everything correct at the moment. Keep it in the Italian half. Make them create. It's what they've not been good at. What Wales have been good at. That's why it's 3 tries to 0.
Well, we've got Parker off, and Peel has come onto the right wing because this man Gareth Thomas has gone into the centre. But that means that Peel surely must have been a blood replacement when Cooper came on. That's just going to roll out, 22 drop out.
Behind the line, Red.
They seem to bleed for a long time, these players nowadays, don't they, John?
That is Peel. Harris again, not taking any chances. That's a super kick. He really, really struck that one. Huge kick. Finds touch deep in the Italian half. You don't hit them much more sweetly than that, Steve.
There's a cracker on the one side of the field for him again with his right foot. One bouncing in.
And Wales very content to just contain the Italians at the moment. Still just over 5 minutes left on the clock. Bergamasco. Thumped to the floor, that was fine, that was a tackle. They got him down before the ruck was the ruck or maul was formed, and they isolated him and he tried to hold on, so that's a great result. And I'm sure that we'll see Iestyn Harris having another crack at goal. If he gets it, that will put Wales 15 points clear. That will be 3 scores, and I think we can say it's game, set and match.
Yep, and Wales have deserved it. Apart from the creativity of the Welsh backs, what we haven't mentioned is how well they defended. We saw it there. Look at that 21-12, Jarvis all over him. Bergamasco held on. Kick to Harris.
Just over 30 metres right in front. And I think the whole of Wales beginning to breathe a little more easily. Well, that didn't help it because Harris, very uncharacteristically, missing on the left post. But Italy still have to score twice. Goes straight to Harris. They had 4 men back, Wales. Just punts it back into the 22, telling them they've got to run it all the way back. This is little Mazzariol. Penalty, Italy. Quickly taken by Troncon. They gave him too much leeway. At last, in comes Gethin Jenkins with the tackle. Phillips with the drive. Betsy. Makarua now pushes it wide. This is Parisa. Again, a big tackle. That time coming in from Robert Sidoli. Pile up blue going forward when the move started, so scrum Italy.
Wales almost challenging Italy, aren't they? Here's the ball. You score some tries, we've scored ours. Italy not even looking like scoring a try.
Go with the ball, go with the ball. Crouch and hold. Engage. Steady.
Both sides looking tired now as we
Just keep it up, please.
play out the closing stages, the closing few minutes. Just 2 minutes now left on the clock.
Don't push. Bring it up.
It's been a cracking match, hasn't it? Frantic.
But you do get the feeling Wales are going to have to find a lot more forward power if they are going to in any way challenge either the All Blacks in their final pool game or England in the quarterfinals.
Go away, tackler.
Bergamasco. Troncon to Lacarua. Chance now for Duran. They get him down. Troncon, Wakarua again. Stoica goes the battering ram route. A little knock forward at the vital moment, and that almost certainly Italy's absolute last chance gone. There'd have been a few nervous moments if they scored then, but time running out in a big way.
Poor old Troncon. He's tried his hardest. Italy at last creating too little, too late, and he knows it.
Yeah, we just had confirmation. Peel coming on for Sonny Parker, who had to go to the blood bin. Martin Castro Giovanni still arguing the technical points of the scrum with the referee. Wales know the job is done. They'll have to go back to the training park and put in an awful lot of work from now on. But tonight, a night of celebration for Wales, very definitely. This was a nasty hurdle to overcome. And they've done it. And they've done it at the moment by 3 tries to 0.
13 red. Crouching. Engage.
Parker back on again, but now back off again. Obviously the bleeding has not been stemmed sufficiently.
Keep it square. Come on, back you go. Let's go.
Free kick to Wales. Chance to get out of trouble, and it's in the 22, so Stephen Jones will just hoist a big kick away to touch. Now there'll be just time for this line out, and the very anxious night that most Welshmen have been looking forward to with some trepidation ever since the World Cup began is going to be over, and they can really start celebrating down here in Canberra. Stoica.
Leave it red.
Troncon puts it away. This is the last throw of the dice for Italy. There's a knock-on. Wales have it. Martin Williams just hoiks it forward. He doesn't really care. Mark Jones brings down Dallan.
Leave it red, 19.
Well, could be turnover ball, isn't quite. It comes out just too late. And the referee calls time on proceedings. The Welsh fans onto their feet. Up go the flags. It was a tense, difficult night, but in the end they did it by 3 tries to 0. The final score, Wales 27, Italy 15.